Alright, in the first day we did some problems where we just learned how to solve some proportions. Those would have been the first few problems on your assignment for day 1. In day 2 we're going to learn how to write a proportion and solve it to find the value of something in an actual real life problem. So just a reminder that a proportion is when you have a fraction equal to a fraction. And to solve a proportion, we cross multiply. And when we cross multiply, it becomes an equation, not a fraction. So we get AD equals BC, and that'll become an equation like you learned how to solve in Algebra 1. All right, when you're doing these real life problems, what's important to remember is that you want to keep the same information in the same place. So first, let me read the problem. And remember, you can pause the video if you need to copy the problem down. So, in this particular problem, 3 cans of cat food cost 93 cents. How much will 5 cans cost? By the way, the directions in your homework are going to say that you have to show your work. In other words, we have to see you set up a proportion and solve that proportion. You can't solve it some other way. What we're testing you on here is using proportions. So you have to use a proportion to solve this. All right, when you set up your first proportion, the one that has both pieces of information given to you, it honestly doesn't matter if you put the 3 on top and the 93 cents on the bottom or vice versa. What matters is you do the exact same thing in the other fraction or ratio. In other words, because I have the number of cans on top in the left ratio, I have to have the number of cans on top in the right ratio. So you would write 3 over 93 equals 5 over x, because we don't know. And then we're going to find out how much does it cost for those 5 cans of cat food. Again, to do that, we're going to cross multiply. So 3x equals 465. And then to solve that equation, now we divide by 3. And we get x equals 155. Now, would you really say 5 cans cost 155 cents? I don't think I would. I think I would say 5 cans cost $1.55. But remember, we were in cents to start out with, because the amount for 3 cans wasn't into dollars yet. So make sure you answer the question. All right. Next problem. 3 loaves of bread cost $1.35. How much will 5 loaves cost? So again, I tend to just write that first fraction in the order in which I read it. So 3 and $1.35. Okay, so again, 3 is standing for the number of loaves. This is the cost, so we want to make sure we do the same thing in the second fraction. So 5 loaves cost how much? And then again, we're going to cross multiply. So 3x equals 675. Divide by 3. And we get x equals 225. Alright, again, if you need to pause it because I'm going too fast, go ahead and do that. An airplane can fly 1,500 kilometers in 2 hours. How long will it take to fly 3,750 kilometers? Alright, so 1,500 kilometers in 2 hours is equal to 3,750 kilometers in how much time? And then, of course, we cross multiply. So 1,500x equals 7,500. Divide by 1,500. Oh, also on the assignment that you're going to be given, it's going to ask you to make sure you have units in your answer. So we know you know what you just got. So this would be not just 5, but 5 hours. All right, a metal pipe 200 centimeters long weighs 5 kilograms. How much will a piece that is 80 centimeters long weigh? So 200 over 5 equals 80 over x. Now the x doesn't always go in the bottom, just so you know. All right, so cross multiply again. We get 200x equals 400. Divide by 200, and we get x equals 2. So it weighs 2 kilograms. Again, make sure you have units in your answers. Alright, a face cream contains 90 grams of glycerin in each 240 grams of cream. So 90 grams of glycerin, 240 grams of cream. How many grams of glycerin, so this time we don't know glycerin, which was on top, will there be in 56 grams of cream? You still cross multiply. So we would get, and I just like to have my variable on the left hand side, that's why I did that way first. It doesn't really matter which direction you go first. 240x equals 5,040. Divide by 240 on both sides, and we get x equals 21 grams of glycerin. Alright, number 6. Dr. Dennis drove 100 kilometers on 12 liters of gas, so 100 over 12. Again, you can do it the other direction if you want to, just it's important that you put the same information in the same place in the fraction. So the top is kilometers now, and the bottom is liters. So how many liters will it take to drive 25 kilometers? So 25 kilometers, x liters. All right, so cross multiplying, 100x equals 300. Divide by 100. X equals 3 liters of gas. Two more. A pumpkin can empty a 1,500 liter tank in 45 minutes. At this rate, how long will it take to empty a 1,000 liter tank? All right, so 1,500 over 45 equals, this is liters, this is minutes, so 1,000 liters in how many minutes? All right, cross multiplying again, we get 1,500x equals 45,000. Divide by 1,500. get x equals 30 minutes. Again, please make sure in your assignment that you're putting the units on your answers. All right, last one. Sorry, that got really blurry for a second. All right, a map is drawn so that 5 centimeters, okay, that's really crooked and it's driving me nuts, so that 5 centimeters represents 2 kilometers. All right, 5 centimeters, 2 kilometers. On the map, 2 towns are 20 centimeters apart, so centimeters were on top. Find the actual distance between the 2 towns, which would be in kilometers. So cross multiplying, 5x equals 40. Divide by 5, and we get 8 kilometers. All right, your assignment is on Google Classroom, so you should go and do that next. And make sure when you submit that, you submit it through Google Classroom, not in an email. All right, good luck.